Hey guys, it's John here again today, and I am bringing you another 5th gen battle. Hopefully the quality issues are worked out in this one because I decided not to use any color correctors or stupid Sony Vegas settings. So anyways, on to the battle. This is a battle I had with Solar Kneecaps from Elo's stream. Elo was streaming tonight. He was actually streaming, it was a black and white playthrough though, instead of actual battling. So I was on there and I was just watching. I was kind of bored and I really wanted to battle. And Solar Kneecaps was also looking for a battle, and we both needed good battles for our channel. Because the problem is lately I've been having a lot of black and white battles, and usually what happens is I either like completely destroy my opponent. I'll like 6-0 him or like 5-0 him, or my opponent will just completely, my opponent will just completely destroy me. So finding those really close battles has been hard lately, but luckily we had a pretty good battle. So he's going to lead off with an Azelf. Sorry, I'm a little behind here. I'll catch up. I icy win, thinking he's a lead Azelf to break the sash and outspeed him. Unfortunately, he's a Life Orb, so he's going to be able to switch out, go into Chansey. I just go for the Shadow Ball to be safe. It doesn't really matter, but he's going to predict that, go to his Chansey, he sets up the Wish, but I go into my Roserod because I predict him to have the Toxic, which really, he can't hit this Roserod at all. And I go for the Spikes on the switch to predict him to probably go into his Haunch Crow or his Crobat, which he does, so that's good. And then I'm going to switch out Roserod. This is a defensive Roserod, by the way. Part of my Fire, Water, Grass core. This team has a Fire, Water, Grass core, which is really cool and working out really well for me, and it's pretty much unstoppable, except there's one thing that really hurts it, and you'll see that later in the battle. So Rotom's going to come in here. I resist pretty much all of his moves. He's going to withdraw his Haunch Crow, go into his Chansey. I predict that, so he's going to not only take Spikes damage, but he's going to get Will-O-Wisp. I really kind of wish I carried Toxic on this Rotom, and I'm really wishing I carried Pain Split. I'm thinking about just getting rid of Shadow Ball because it doesn't have Stab anymore. There's really no point in it. So, another thing, there were a couple updates, kind of announcement things that I wanted to have. One of them, really quickly, I want to fit in here while I fail because I go out to the Xatu. Okay, no, quickly I'll narrate this. I use, Chansey cannot touch Xatu because I have Magic Mirror, except with Seismic Toss. And then right here, I could have tricked him the Choice Specs. But then I was like, you know what, he's probably knows I'm Choice Specs. He's going to go into his Azelf, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, that was stupid. Why would he predict me to have Choice Specs? I mean, Xatus are uncommon enough, but a Specs that's even more uncommon. So, whatever. I go out to my Roserod here, pretty much take anything. He goes for the Seismic Toss, which isn't great, but whatever. And he's going to get that Wish all the way back up. So that's bad play number 1 that I totally get owned on. And there are a lot of bad plays to come. But what I was going to ask was, anybody who records with black and white, do you know a way to, like, speed up the gameplay more? Because I remember in Gen 4, all I had to do was hit the plus key on my computer, and it would speed up really, really fast, and I could really control the speed nicely. But Gen 5 is actually really graphically intensive compared to Gen 4 because of all the moving sprites and everything. Bottom line, this is like as fast as I can get it to go, which isn't too bad, but I mean, a little faster would be nice. Anyways, I'm going to predict that's another bad play. I was so close to going for the Stun Swarm. Like, I know he's going to go into his Azelf, but I'm just going to be safe. And then I go into Crocodile, predicting the either the Flamethrower wouldn't do a lot, or the Psychic wouldn't affect me at all, but he predicts that and goes for the Grass Knot. So that was a pretty good prediction on this part. And then right here, I thought that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to scare him out, because most of these things are Scarf, even though mine's actually Banded. And this is #1 candidate for replacement on my team is that Crocodile. And right here is number 2, because they seem to do the least. Xatu I pretty much just use for Magic Mirror because it's a really great thing to have, and I don't really like using Espeon because it's just not. I mean, I like Specs Xatu a lot better, only because of the surprise element of it. But no, yeah, I should be using Espeon, but Xatu's just got so much more of a cool factor. And anyways, I'd just be using them for their abilities anyways. Go out to Rotom here, predicting another. I don't know, I was like, you know what? He's probably got, I've seen Thunderbolt, I've seen Grass Knot, I've seen Psychic. There's no way he's going to have, there's no way he's going to be able to hit me with anything very hard. But then he goes for Psychic, does a lot more than I expected. And so I switch out again to Crocodile, expecting him to go for the Psychic again, and of course he goes for the Flamethrower, which is going to take out my Crocodile. So this Azelf put way more of a huge dent in my team than I wanted it to. And the thing is, the Fire Water Grass core in my team can pretty much counter anything. But the problem is, when it goes up against something like Azelf, where its moves are a lot less predictable, because it has 4 different types of moves it could be using, as opposed to maybe like a Terrakion that just uses Stone Edge in close combat. It's tough. So now he goes up to a Crobat. I'm like, oh, Rotom can take a Brave Bird or a U-turn, but he's just nasty plotting Crobat. I'm like, crap. So now I go to Roserod, which is really risky because he could have had the Air Slash, but he doesn't. He has the Heat Wave, which is not going to kill me because I am especially bulky. And right here I'm going to go for the Stun Spore, which is going to paralyze him. And I'm going to make a great play here that unfortunately turns into a bad play just because I got haxed. And, which, you know, part of the game, so whatever, because he does get haxed a little later on. Even though his doesn't matter as much, it's still annoying. So I go up to my Quagsire as he goes for a Heat Wave, and I don't take crap from this, except I get burned, which really hurts because this Quagsire is a Staller Quagsire, meant to combat many physical sweepers in this generation. And yeah, so that really doesn't help him. And you might be thinking, why use Quagsire? Why not use Swampert, the superior ground water type? Why not use, you know, anything like Vaporeon? Because Quagsire in this gen does not play around. He does not mess around now. He gets stuff done in this gen. In this gen, he was given the ability Unaware, which means, like, let's say Excadrill's in and he Swords Dancing up and he gets +6, and at that point you're like, oh crap, I'm screwed. So then you switch in your Quagsire, and because of Unaware, he ignores the stat boost. So what's he gonna do? Well, X-Scissors not gonna do crap because it's non-stab. Stone Edge isn't very effective. And Earthquake isn't gonna do crap either because it's not boosted at all. So Quagsire is actually a very good check. I either have Quagsire or Azumarill on any of my teams, and this team called for more of a wall than a choice bander, because I needed something that was a water type that could absorb hits rather than could go on the offensive like Azumarill did. But point being, Azumarill and Quagsire counter many common threats in this gen, which is why I have him. He gets Parahax there. He wasted a turn nasty plotting because he didn't realize that I had Unaware, so whatever. And I'm just gonna Boiling Water him, actually, I Boiling Watered him a couple turns ago. I just recover there. I actually don't have it called Scald because it's still Boiling Water in this translation. And it was just announced to be Scald, like, not too long ago. This is a bit older of a patch, but whatever. It works, so I'm happy. Like, as you can see, like, burns in Japanese, but whatever. I go for the Recover. I'm hoping to recover Stall him because he's taking massive recoil from Brave Bird plus Life Orb. Unfortunately, he's gonna take just not enough. So I could have killed him here. I could have just gone for the Scald and finished him off, but I figured I'd need Quagsire for later if I wanted to have any shot at beating his team. But unfortunately, I really didn't have much of a shot at this point because I wasted my Crocodile. Actually, Crocodile, to be honest, wouldn't have helped much, but I wasted, and Xatu wouldn't have. That's why those guys need to be replaced, because they're not doing much. But Quagsire right here, he's going to recover, and he's really down low, and I don't think I can take another Brave Bird at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead, and if I hadn't had the burn, I could have taken it, but, you know, hacks are hacks, so whatever. I go out to Gengar here, bad play, because I forgot that Brave Bird's damage, or recoil damage, depends on how much damage you actually output. So he's only going to take a little bit of Brave Bird damage. I should have sacrificed Roserod and then saved Gengar for later, but whatever. And then Roserod gets Sucker Punched, which, I mean, if I went for the spikes, it would have been nice to have another layer of spikes up, but honestly, at this point, it wouldn't have made a difference. So his Honchkrow goes down, sends out Terrakion. I was hoping that he would overpredict and go for like a Swords Dance, and then I could recover and hopefully start stalling him out and Scald and burn him. But unfortunately, he's just going to go straight away for the close combat, so that's going to be a good game. Go check him out. His channel's going to be in the description below. And, yeah, Quagsire's still a boss, even when he dies. So. Anyways, pretty much all that leaves me with is, like, my question of the day. My question of the day is, who do you think I should replace uh, um, Zatu and Crocodile? Sorry, I'm trying to remember the English name of that thing. Crocodile, kind of an okay name, kind of sucks, but who do you think I should replace him with? Who do you think I might replace Zatu with? Because Zatu is very essential, but if there are any better options to fit this team, I want you guys to let me know, because sometimes I miss really obvious things. Anyways, that was a great game. Rate, comment, sub. Remember, rating helps the video, but I'm not gonna like whore out for ratings, so whatever. Just rate, comment, sub. Hope you enjoyed the battle. Peace.